If you know or love a veteran, reach out, ask the questions, starting with your county veteran service officer, and let them guide you. Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Carlene Hall, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to walk through calmly and clearly the resources available to veterans right here in the state of Iowa. If you're a veteran or you love someone who's a veteran, you know the system can feel very overwhelming. There's a lot of information out there, but it seems to be scattered. And honestly, most people don't even know where to start. So hopefully what we're going to cover today will kind of help you navigate your way through. We're going to slow things down and we're going to talk through what's available, who to call, and how to get real help without feeling like you're navigating a maze. So grab your cup of coffee, settle in, and let's just make this simple. First of all, we're going to just take a look at the big picture. So before we dive into specific programs, let me set the stage. Iowa is actually one of the most veteran-friendly states in the country, but the support system is spread across state agencies, some federal programs, nonprofits, and local offices. We're going to touch on a few of those today. But what that means is that resources are there. They're just not always obvious. So think of today's episode kind of like your map. Let's walk through some major landmarks so you can see the whole landscape, not just a piece of it. Iowa Department of Veterans Affairs. Let's start there with the IDVA. The Iowa Department of Veterans Affairs is the state-level organization, backbone of veteran support. They handle state benefits, training, different programs in training, advocacy, and they work closely with the federal VA. But there's a part that most people don't realize. The IDVA is not where you start. Your real starting point, your guide, translator, the advocate, is your county veteran service office, your county veteran service officer. These folks are boots on the ground. They sit down with you, they look at your situation, and they help you figure out what you qualify for. They know the paperwork, they know the timelines, some of the pitfalls, and they also know some of the shortcuts with lots of experience and lots of training. So if you take nothing else from today, take this. Your county veteran service officer is your best friend in the benefits world. Now let's talk about the Iowa Veterans Trust Fund. So the Iowa Veterans Trust Fund exists to help veterans who are facing challenges, whether those challenges are financial, but just really real life, everyday challenges, things like emergency expenses that might come up, disability related needs, housing support, medical equipment, durable medical equipment, and sometimes just getting through a tough season. It happens to a lot of us. So the trust fund is one of the most practical, immediate forms of help in the state. And again, you access this through your county veteran service office. They help you apply, they help you gather the documents you need, and they make sure your request is complete. If you're listening right now and thinking, I didn't know that existed, well, you're not alone. Most veterans don't, but it's there and it's meant for you. So be sure and ask your county veteran service officer about that fund. Another program is Home Base Iowa. So if you're transitioning out of the military or you're a veteran looking for a new career path, this program can be a game changer for you. Home Base Iowa connects veterans directly with Iowa employers who are actively looking to hire. And if they're participating in the program, they probably want to hire veterans. They'll help you with your resume, they'll help you with job searches, training opportunities, and relocation incentives in some communities. This is designed to give our veterans incentive to come back home to their hometowns too. But it's not a job board, it's a bridge. And if you're someone who's been out of the service for a while and you're thinking about a career shift, it's still for you. It's never too late to explore new opportunities, and we hope you will look into Home Base Iowa at that website, Home Base Iowa. Another website is fortheveteran.com. That's fortheveteran.com. This is for people who like to research on their own and they want a place where everything is laid out just clearly in front of them. Fortheveteran.com is a great resource. They've pulled together huge amounts of information on education benefits, financial programs, employment help, healthcare options, and it's all in one place, really convenient. So this is the kind of site you bookmark and you can come back to whenever you're trying to make sense of something. The Iowa section is especially helpful because it breaks down in plain language. There aren't a lot of government jargon or confusing acronyms. It's just like some pretty clear, plain explanations. I think you'll find that very helpful. Another resource is the Veterans Group of Iowa. Worth knowing about this group. This is more of a community-driven platform. They offer video training modules, resource links, and updates on events happening all around the state. So that's also another good place for you to tap into some resources in the state of Iowa. If you're somebody who likes to learn on your own, learn at your own pace, you'll want to stay connected without having to drive across the state, this is a great option. Sometimes it just helps to hear from other veterans who've walked the same road. The federal VA resources in Iowa include the federal VA hospitals. There's one in Des Moines, and there is one in Sioux City. And here in the western side of Iowa, the veterans use the Western Iowa Omaha VA Hospital. It's often the closest option. In addition to that, there are what are called CBOCs, and those are community-based outpatient clinics. So you can look them up too. And then there's also the vet centers. There's a smaller, more personal. They focus on counseling and mental health support and some readjustment services. So if you ever feel intimidated by big VA, the big system, the vet center can be a little gentler place to start. So you might get some one-on-one talk there. Again, I want to circle back to your county veteran service offices because they're important. Every county in Iowa has one of these, and they're staffed by people who genuinely care. They want to help the veterans. They know the system inside and out. They're trained twice a year on the state level and once a year on the federal level. And they can guide you through all of these processes. They can help you with your VA claim. They can help you with appeals. They can help you figure out your disability ratings, your education benefits, burial benefits. They can even get you initially enrolled in the VA healthcare program, and they connect you to local resources. So if you've ever tried to navigate the benefits on your own and felt lost, that's because you weren't meant to do it alone. That's what the CVSOs are for. So that's a quick tour of scratching the surface of Iowans Veterans Resources. And honestly, it really is just the beginning. There are dozens of smaller programs, nonprofits, and community groups doing incredible work. But now you have a map knowing that you always start with your county veteran service office. So if you're a veteran, if you know or love a veteran, reach out, ask the questions, starting with your county veteran service officer, and let them guide you. Also, if this episode helped you, share it with another veteran. Share it on your Facebook page. Share it wherever you can. Sometimes the hardest part is just knowing where to start. I'm Carlene Hall, and this has been Still Serving Iowa Veterans. I want to thank you for joining me today to talk through this navigation of the state level benefits and resources. Also, one of the organizations that's here to help Iowa veterans is the Iowa Veterans Foundation, who is the title sponsor of this show, Still Serving Iowa Veterans. So we want to say a big thank you to them. And you can reach out to the Iowa Veterans Foundation as well. Thank you to Full Metal Junket and Drake Roller, who is also a sponsor of the Still Serving Iowa Veterans Show. And on behalf of myself, Darlene McMartin, and the Iowa Veterans Foundation, I just want to say thank you again for joining us today, and we'll see you next week.